into you as well. Get that up in your face, like.
Fist distance is it?
Fist is good, yeah. You actually can't get too close to these. I can always turn you down, but yeah, you're perfect there. Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Pear Pod. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support in the last episode. Here at the Pear Pod, we talk to people who've turned their passions into professions. It's the first time I've ever saying that, but it actually works. Today, we are joined by Niall from Naze. And Niall, I remember the first time you did the Rocky Men's Day. You sponsored that.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I kind of saw your branding and like you, and I knew, obviously, I've had major issues with my breathing, with my nose. You can tell by it's fucked. And I don't know where it came from, but I've never been able to breathe out of the left side of my nostril. Don't
really
know why.
not playing rugby or sports?
I actually think this lad Charlie in school gave me a dig in first year, like right on the bridge to the nose. And I think that's what it is, like, because other ones, maybe like a...
kind of like forget, don't in school, like so many things happen that you like hit, you get like bruises and stuff, little things, and you just like forget how they happen, like you fall or something.
I don't know what it was, but then like even if I do it now, like that one's fucked, and then I can breathe to this one fine.
Well, I have some Naze in the bag for you.
Well, this is the thing, like and I want, obviously we'll get into Naze probably quite quickly, but I want to check quickly, when you were first growing up, was this like in terms of a profession or something you saw as like a job you wanted to do when you were younger? What were the things you were looking at as a profession when you were growing up?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always had an interest in like the human body. I was always kind of like a wheeler and dealer. I remember in school, I used to sell CDs. So I used to like, like LimeWire and all those kind of stuff. I used to download series. Like Breaking, when Breaking Bad was like shit. Before the final season came out, I was like printing Breaking Bad onto
gold dust.
onto CDs and selling them for like $10 each, or like doing like deals like, if you buy all the seasons, you get them for 20.
Wheeling dealing. Like, do you remember? So you must have riddled a couple of computers at home. Like I remember downloading. You'd spend all day downloading one song.
Gets like so slow. And stuff.
And when you were like, it's interesting that I've had tons of different people on who were all like entrepreneurs of some description. Some people were like, I was never thought that this was going to be my life. I kind of like fell into it. And other people who were like, I've always been motivated to be like an entrepreneur. Were there like people you looked at who were entrepreneurs, people in your family, parents, anything like that? Did you kind of have an inspiration from that starting, or it just was inside you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just fun. I can't think of any particular person. It's kind of just like the thrill. It's like a little video game. Like you start with 0 coins and it's just like you have to try and do and like maneuver certain things to try and get more. And like it's like Farmville or something. Like you're just kind of playing a little game, and it's just more like thrilling. I think than just doing something like it's more purposeful. Like it's just like you're waking up and it's like how am I going
to do it today?
Yeah.
And did you have like, now, and I'm in the same boat now. If you look at a 9 to 5 where you'd make the same amount of money for 10, 15 years, like very, I guess, safe, or, your income is consistent. For me now, looking at that, I'm like, I feel like I'd go mad within like a week or two. I understand the safety element, and that's great. And the uncertainty of being an entrepreneur, there's loads of risk coming with that. But the spur you get from it is it's almost like an addiction or something that, drives you on. So do you kind of see
the uncertainty that makes the highs so fun. Like the fact that it might not happen, or the fact that you just, after all the hard work, you could end up with nothing. Like, but the 9 to 5 life, I'd done it for like 3 years in pharma, and I actually didn't find it too bad or like too soul destroying. Like, well, I had a really like flaked. It was like post-COVID, or like the immediate post-COVID, so it was all remote. So they were really like lenient on hours, or like you can kind of start at 9 a.m. or like 9:30 one day and work. Just kind of take like I used to take like a 2-hour break sometimes, go gym. I shouldn't be saying that, but like just real laid back, which I think is better for if you kind of just let the individual do it. As long as they're like at meetings and calls and stuff, we've kind of just let people do their own timetable. Like I find working in working at night is for like I get into bed, have a little, do you know those like nicotine dissolvable?
I have them behind me, man.
I get into bed on the laptop before bed, like 2 hours, bang out a lot of emails and stuff.
And that's why like it's obviously we're making that transition now, but that like the KPI side or the goal side of work versus just hours at the desk. So like in my head, if I'm an employer, if I have an employee who's like, look, I work 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. all the work I need to get done is done, but I'm going to go to the beach and like exercise and go out with my friends or whatever during the day. But all the work that needs to get done will be done. It's, to me, that makes sense. But I like a bunch of employees be like, I want you at your desk 9 to 6. If the work is done in an hour, great. If the work is done in 9 hours, great. You need to be at that desk.
Yeah, fair enough. It works different for some. Like some people need like a strict timetable. Like it's been like, these are your
structure. Structure. I get that. And is the pharma thing, is that kind of how you found your way into like Naze and like, I guess, products that are going to, I guess, pharmaceutical to an extent, like in health and wellness,
it is.
You know?
It's kind of just about kind of helping people. And the company I was working with didn't have their own brands. Like they just kind of distributed other brands and stuff. So it's just like that whole economy of pharma is huge. Like it's
in Ireland especially.
Oh, I know. Like just
monsters
all over
right now.
Just like the whole system of like doctors and pharmaceutical, like treating conditions and stuff with pharma, or like treating conditions with Naze. Well, Naze is kind of a bit different to your standard like drugs because it's drug free. And you're just kind of helping sleep, and then sleep helps
everything else.
Your life. Yeah.
I noticed on your Instagram, I do like a bit of a deep dive when I went to Instagram before they come on, and your content from the start has always been into like health, wellness, ways to be more productive, all those things. Traditionally, or the people I've talked to, it's kind of a thing when you get to like your late 20s, early 30s, like a bunch of guys, the stereotypes of lads who get into like running and like health and all those things. Is that similar to yourself? Like, did you empty the tank, as it were, in terms of like party and unhealthy lifestyle and then find your way into that? Or is this always something you've been passionate about?
No, I was just party from like whatever, like 16 to 22, 23. I was always kind of working hard out. Like I'd always be like really working hard in the gym, or like I used to do like takeaway deliveries like 7 evenings a week. Like just
I used to deliver Indians, man.
Oh, did you? I used to love it. Like it doesn't even feel like you're working. Like throwing a podcast or a book, and you're still kind of like.
Some of the lads wanted to do it with me. They'd come into the car and just drive around with me. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
and they're like enjoying it. You're just like, flaked.
What were you delivering?
Chinese most of the time. Like every Chinese in this area.
Eating a ton of Chinese. Did you get a little? They were like, here, I'll throw you a spice bag at the end of the day.
Every night. I tried to stick to like the chicken fried rice dish. I tried to stick to that because I ate a lot of butter chickens,
like a lot of shit, man, all the time. They were like, we have 3 Peshwari naans there. Do you want it?
Like you're just smelling it in the car the whole time. But back to what was the question?
Your partying lifestyle transition.
But now I'm not like totally not partying. Like I kind of do like, it's weird. Like I kind of do like 6 months.
You have like seasons
of I do like 6 months of like head down, like just same wake up, sleep time, and just like graft 6 months, like exercise, like eating healthy, no drink or anything, like no distractions. And then like for like a week or two period in summer, I'd kind of go hard, or maybe like a month period in summer, like this summer, or like the 2 week Christmas period as well. Like that's usually
total abstinence is tough. Like if you're like, I'm just off it for like any sort, it like I think the idea of like gratification of like, I'm going to party for whatever it is. Christmas is a great one. Like, it's going to be busy, but from end of summer, August now up until Christmas, it's work time. I'm going to build that up. Christmas comes, I can really enjoy myself knowing I've worked hard. And if you look at it like a prize or like a reward for the hard work, I feel like that's a healthy way to do it.
Yeah, that's how you work as well, isn't it?
Like I was similar to you. Like I let it hang out for a while, like up until. Like I feel like actually when I started working for myself, I was kind of like, it's not possible to continue to try and grow something and constantly be partying the whole time.
You can't get away with it.
There's just no way. And then obviously the hangover started to hit so much more, and then put on a ton of weight, and like just wasn't a healthy lifestyle. And then somewhere in between coming back to Ireland after Canada, I was like, it naturally does. My mates start having kids, they're in relationships, I'm in a relationship. It kind of fizzles out. But then you do get that run of like Christmas where you're like, oh, I drank, the last 3 weekends in a row. You're like, great, but then
I love that Christmas bit. Like, do you know that, or do you know, like when you're at like a festival, a 3-day festival, you drink, and then like the next day you're not even depressed or anything.
You're like, I have to go again.
It's just like going, like I love that. You're just in like a flow.
There's no guilt at all.
As bad as it sounds, like it's just
I feel like
waking up.
I feel like that's a good way to do it, man.
Yeah,
I feel like you minimize that kind of guilt. I feel like the only way I used to sometimes be like, I'd be real hungover after a night out or something, and I'd be like, fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I could feel like shit.
When it's just one single.
Yeah. But it's like it's interesting. So you obviously phased your way into like the health and wellness side of things. And did you have other ideas for like how you were going to turn that into a business, or was Naze always the thing you were looking at?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about monetizing it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about how to monetize. I was thinking about money the whole time.
Yeah.
Because like it's a complete waste of time. Like the amount of hours I spent on making some videos, like it's like it'd be a full day where like you'd be recording for like 3 hours in the morning and then 5 hours editing
and scripting it beforehand.
Voiceover.
I
used to spend hours. I was doing a voiceover this morning. Actually, it was fairly quick, but some voiceovers took me like 3 hours, like about 20 takes. Like
trying to get the timing perfect. Like
like, and then sometimes it sounds like you're way too like you need to like put the emphasis on the right words, sometimes you just like end up putting the emphasis on the wrong words. Like what? Like this just sounds so.
What am I doing? And your content's gotten like a thing with Naze, and we'll get into this more when we go into like your social strategy. But like your content seems to have gone like this, like consistently, like the way you're even like the content styles you're doing, like getting people to like try it at festivals and stuff. It seems like there's a real strategy behind your content now, which is great.
No, Naze content is flying. It's just so we're just like all about like fun content, like people having fun, like out and about, like, and it's just everyone's enjoying like that relief you get. It's
interesting that like I saw in some of your content that you talked about like social anxiety and those things, right? And then you look at your content and like particularly the kind of content you're doing, it requires a ton of social interaction, going up to people, asking them, would you mind being in a video? You need to make them feel comfortable. So the kind of juxtaposition there of you feeling like you have like, you get anxious in social situations, and then almost the job and the content you need to do requires social like engagement.
Yeah.
How did you kind of battle that?
To be honest, like Naze kind of brought that out. Naze kind of made me stop giving a fuck. Like you kind of have to, like once I started Rocky Fitness event, that was the first time I'd ever like stood up and like faced a group of people and like actually like.
And it was packed that day.
Yeah. Well, thankfully it was only like 30 seconds. But like that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. Before Naze, there was kind of no push to step that. I was like getting out of the comfort zone, doing certain things like going to drama classes and get like the standard like cold water exercise, like all that kind of pushing yourself. But I'd never kind of started like speaking in public, probably really speaking in public.
Even in school and stuff like that, would you be paranoid about doing if you had to like read in class or anything like that?
Oh, anyone that was in my year will tell you I was the biggest anxious freak ever. Like
mad.
But the Naze, when I started Naze, I was like, right, this like do or like you don't have a choice here. You have to face the public. You can't just hide away now. Like I was happy doing my little voiceover. It's fun, like recording the clips and then you talk in the voiceover. You can be easily confident.
And you're still doing it yourself though, in theory. Like you're not doing it it's not really a social thing, even though it's social media. You're filming it yourself in your house. You're filming it yourself. So it's you can get more comfortable with that.
Yeah. Whereas and you get unlimited takes as well. I feel like it's like, cause it's not live, you can just go whenever you want. You can pick your voice to sound however you want. It's not really.
It's not really real. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of.
Oh yeah, no, it was so fake. Even the video I was making this morning is so fake. Like it's like me like having the best time. I'm going to the Rovers game. I was at the Rovers game last Thursday. It's like a little vlog of that. I'm doing all this stuff, like
sitting at home in your bed. You're like, that's it. And that's social media to a T, man. Is like it's so much of it is like that put on and facade side of things, and like. It's great to do stuff like this because that's why I like doing podcasts so much, because it's very hard to do that for an extended period of time in a conversation. Yeah. And you either end up being like, I feel like the most endearing people are the ones you're like, fuck, he's the exact same. as he is on his content. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously,
cool.
with like TikTok and stuff like that, you have to ham it up to an extent to like get people engaged. But coming back to that authenticity at some level is great.
Yeah, no, I think the podcast's good because you have like that 45-hour clip of like the real stuff, but then you can still chop it up and get the highlights out and get the attention grabbing, because you have to do some sort of attention grabbing or like attention seeking stuff like that.
That's essentially what social media is fucking trying to grab attention.
God, yeah. It's
horrible. Have you found that, like, particularly with like interactions with people and stuff like that, is repetition the easiest way to do it? Like, the more you do it, the more you interact with people, do you get more and more comfortable with it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm kind of just numb to it now. Like any sort of like talking at events or talking in public now is fine. Like, I just no problem approaching people anytime for Naze. Like, because it's Naze, it's like, just
and you know it so well now, and you're so confident behind it, and obviously it's your brand.
Yeah, no, and like anything I'm asked about, Naze, it's changed, turned my life around. Like, it turned my sleep around, it turned everything around. Like, so I can just like speak. Like, there's no fakeness when I'm kind of like speaking about it, because it's all just 100% genuine. Like,
and they're like, oh, can you give me some facts on this, or can you give me the science behind it, or any of these things? You're like, I already know it all.
I know most of the science. Some of the stuff I'm a bit
break it down. It's fucking chat GPT. What the fuck is that nasal cavity called? Did you find, like, particularly when you were in school and stuff like that, if you were drinking or partying and stuff, did that kind of enhance your anxiety or anything like that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Back to that kind of living that personality, like fake personality, that was kind of what drink is like in the teenage years. Like, you're proper loser, sober, and then like you go to parties, like talking to girls, or you go to like teenage discos and stuff, talking to girls.
You use it like a tool almost to like bring out
and you're just like so cool and confident, or like you're even like getting in fights and stuff. So it's like,
you're a different person, man.
And then you're just like a little like mouse.
Yeah, and that's how it. Like I'm guessing that's how so many people get fucking like addicted to it or anything like that, because you're like it pulls me straight out.
I always have like empathy with people who have like substance abuse and like just kind of, or even people that have like gone to like prison and stuff. But like, you can, for stuff they did when they were like teen or even like early 20, you can kind of like, you can like see through them. You know, like you can like, if
you can empathize with it.
Like, you can just be like, oh, like this happened and like that's why you did that, and then that's why that you did that. Like, you can kind of like see the sequence of events happening. So like anything like that I can empathize with most of the time.
it's and like, unfortunately we're gonna get to prison, but like the way like prison works, like I'd say 90% of the time you go into prison, there's drugs, there's like it's hard to not just delve into that 10x more when you go into prison, and then
I know,
just enhances the problem,
especially
more.
If you're still in that state of kind of so reactive and just so like all over the place.
But like nine times out of 10 people who are like addicted to substances or anything like that, like I recently quit smoking weed totally. And I was like hooked on that shit like hard.
Yeah, every night. Were you doing it during the day as well?
Yeah. Like during COVID and stuff like that. I was actually going to do a podcast about it, but I'd say from like COVID onwards, just got proper hooked on it. Like, smoked in Canada, came back to Ireland, COVID, then went to Spain. It's obviously legal in Spain. And I was just able to fucking get after it.
No, it lies to you, doesn't it? Like, you think it's like, I'm incorporating weed in my
making more
lifestyle.
Creative, more focused and all that shit. And then I quit there in March and never thought that was going to be possible to stop. First week was like shit show, and now been off for like 6 months, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't I do this 6 years ago?
I'd say the last 6 months you've been so like productive.
Man, the difference, it's all, and like I used to use it as an excuse for sleep as well. I'd be like, it makes me sleep better, and then you start to like read into that more, and it's like, I actually didn't sleep well for 6 years. I was just sedated for 6 years. You know what I mean? And like the sleep was just kind of, you'd wake up more tired. You'd be like, you kind of wake up real groggy and shit, and like. It's mad until you get to the other side of it, and then you're like, what the fuck was I doing?
I think at the start of weed though, you wake up and you just, because you the only way you sleep for like 10 hours. You like wake up and you feel so like energized, like you feel like you've slept for, like, I had a really good sleep.
You feel like you're rested.
Doesn't help with sleep at all.
I had someone say to me that all the things you start smoking weed for, like the ease your anxiety, help your sleep, make you more creative, the more you do it and the more consistently you do it, they actually become the things that like pull away from all those things. So like the more you do it, your sleep is getting worse, and my anxiety got way worse. My I guess workflow and everything like that, I'd just be like scatterbrained, wouldn't be able to get anything done, procrastinating and lazy. And like, it's just fucking great to be able to get out the other side of it. But that's, well.
Yeah, no, I think like when you're like smoking weed and you start like having this different angle on life. And you start like thinking little paranoid things, or little anxious things. I think they start like feeding into your daily, like even when you're sober and you're going to have just your whole like frame of mind thinks like this paranoid version of yourself or this anxious version of yourself rather than your actual.
Oh man, I'd go to pick up and I'd be like on my phone, I'd be like outside, and I'd be like on the green or something like that when to pick up, and I'd be like waiting for like choppers to like come over the top and like around. It's mad.
I used to hate any sort of like social. I used to never leave my house when I was stoned. Like,
I think that's why I liked it. Is I was like, I can just go in here and edit for 10 hours, hermit in here, and just like turn off all the lights and listen to music and work away. And I thought that was good, but it meant I didn't want to interact with anyone or do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like even like calling the Chinese or like answering the door.
You just want to just eat it, so you don't have to talk to anyone. Like, leave it at the door, bro. But but no, it's great. Like, it's the fact that like we can have that perspective now on the other end of it and be like, that's why. And now I wouldn't even have an interest in like there was the plan that I was gonna go back and like I could do it recreationally, like sometimes
on the weekends or something.
And now I'm just like, why would I want to get back into that game again? Like, and I think I just have an addictive personality. I just get addicted to like whatever I try. So why even like put myself back in there?
Yeah, I started at COVID as well. I actually similar. I went to Canada.
I know you're dealer.
I went to Vancouver. I was living in Vancouver for a summer. And
proper
like,
shit over
proper
there.
Like first experience with like smoking weed regularly. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. Like I'll come home because we were just like working. There was 3 of us living in the house. We were all like working. And then we'd come home at like 5, 6 p.m. Like from 6 p.m. on, like just smoke weed, like, and then you'd wake up like you didn't care about your job, like because it was just like for the summer, like and like you'd go into do a job like in bits, or like on like 4 hours sleep if you wanted to. But then when I got home from Canada, it was like COVID times as well, and like COVID, I think for like 9 months in a row, I just like stayed in, smoked weed with like Copperberry, like just drinking, and like do you remember everyone was doing those like Zoom calls together on PlayStation, just that whole lifestyle.
That, man, And like I was living with, we were living in this house, and I was living with my missus and 2 of my mates, and even one of my mates who lived in that room there, he was like, we've talked about it now post like quitting, and he was like, man, I fucking hated you during COVID. It's like you just did, you like, you didn't want to talk to anyone. You'd like just isolate yourself up in your room and shit. And now looking back, I'm like, fuck, that's correct. Like, cause obviously at the time you think you're being this like, he's super like laughy and like happy guy and like all this kind of stuff. It's making you like more social. And it's just mad the way your brain kind of tricks you into thinking that.
I don't think you don't feel that like urgency with relationships, don't you know? Like if someone's like talking to you, you just kind of like think about the relationship. You don't actually like, oh, it's so weird.
You don't even want to, you're more so like, okay, I'm doing this now, I'm interacting now, get this done, and I can go upstairs and fucking smoke a joint and go back and watch TV. Like, it's fucked. Well, yeah, there's a little weed inside for you. But yeah, like that's why even like in when people talking about legalizing shit now, I would have been on the other side before, being like, like it's so much better than alcohol and like all these things, and like, you know, it's actually a medicine. Like it was so much Joe Rogan like quotes being like, oh, it's a medicine. You know what I mean? And now on the other side, I'm like, I totally get it, man. Because people get hooked. I still
think it's not as bad as alcohol.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I think it could be legalized and just kind of over 18, like advised against. Still legal, or like still like if someone like. It's still like fun to do if people can't do it. Once a week.
If you can do it recreationally, I'm just a fucking degenerate.
But like the amount of people like that with alcohol.
Spot on. Like, but yeah, that's there's a little insight into our fucking weed story. I want to get into. We have about 4 minutes left in this half or 3 minutes, but quickly when you were first starting Naze, did you have that like the startup period? What was something that was incredibly difficult when you were first starting, that you were like, is it like the financial side, finding the right product, dealing with, I guess, distributors and like manufacturers?
Yeah, I can't even think back to that time. It's like a big blur, but like I remember just trying to shuffle everything at once. I found it just so difficult. Like I couldn't even like make content. Like I was trying to like get videos out on the Naze page.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, wait, I can't let my Niall Keogh, that audience
die,
slide either as well. So I was trying to do
Balance
everything at
all that.
once. But yeah, no, the supply took ages, like samples and samples and like samples from all sorts of.
And what were the things that you wanted your product to do that you hadn't seen like on the market?
So I paired the nasal strips and mouth tape together. So my experience, I've been taping my mouth shut for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And my experience was always, sometimes you tape your mouth shut, you get into bed, but your nose is blocked still. Yeah. So you need that extra boost.
Yeah, to widen the fucking thing
so
up,
like that's why I like pair these together. Like
why isn't this a thing?
Why isn't this a thing? Yeah. And then also like if I just wore the nasal strips to bed, I'd still like just sleep there on my mouth, wide open snoring, like so that it didn't work. Like, so I was like, let's pair these things together. Like so many people can benefit from breathing through their nose at night. Yeah. Like it just made such a difference in my life. I was like, what the hell? Like, why? I know it used to be like a weird like biohack, like real men performance, and like weird, like 1% thing. Yeah. But like, or like, why are these? Oh, I'm a high performer. I'm doing this. It used to be like that, but now it's like proper mainstream.
Most of those things do, like, do you know what I mean? They start off as a fad, or like people are like, this is. I'm trying to think, like fucking electrolytes are having a huge like pump right now. Everyone in their ma's like, well, what electrolytes are in these? Are like Prime. You see, like people are more into like health and wellness is getting more and more popular. Yeah,
like that extra 1 or 2% that you get from it is like unbelievable. Like you kind of like get a little addicted to that. Yeah, you can get like, and you just start stacking all these habits. I used to love it. Like
it sounds fucked, but like it's actually if you do break it down like that, and you're like, if I can get these 5 habits that are all gonna, and that can go into like getting more protein in your diet or whatever it is, but if I can stack those 5 things, you know, and I'm getting 2-3% in each one, suddenly I'm talking about 15-20%.
Yeah. No, it's honestly good. And like that, it's not only like performance, like the average Joe like improves their relationships, improves their like with their family, their wife, improves their friendships. Like they get a little bit better at sport, or they get a little bit better in the gym. Like it's just like a compounding effect that like it's like anyone can do, and like everyone can bend. Like I just or even like if you're like say like a party goer who doesn't care about their health, like you can improve your performance in partying if you're taking the electrolytes or like you can improve your performance just in there. Like it's fun to just
be monitoring that at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When you said you had done a podcast and you were like, I had too much work on my other videography stuff. That's exactly what I like related to that so much. Because I just like took like a 3-month break from my other page. Like I think you have to, like when this thing is just has so much fire and like this thing's making so much money, you have to just kind of give it, like if you're not giving it your full attention, much money, if you're not giving it your full attention, you're not, like it's such a compounding effect that you have to do that.
It was like, it was more so I was like, I was seeing so many results over here, and I was like, if I can just continue to compound this, especially when it's like financially and stuff like that, you're like, imagine I didn't, or I was more paro that like I'd stop putting as much focus into Pair Creative, lose steam on that, put it all into the podcast, and then I'd be like 6 months down the line, be like, yes, I've got a lot of episodes out, but I've really let this like professional side go down. Yeah. And like, the reality is you're gonna like, grass grows where you water it, you know what I mean? So it's... And
were you thinking like, oh, like this is the end of the podcast, like this, I'm never gonna get
no, I was just teasing that. I was just teasing that out.
Oh, I've fallen off, like I'm never gonna come back from this.
Like I've said this before, like I'll always do the podcast as long as I can. Yeah. And like I genuinely enjoy doing it. But it was just when I first started the podcast, I didn't have a ton of other work. Like so like I just had Bloom on my the brand I'm working with, the hair brand. So I had all this extra time. And then actually through the podcast, I just started getting like a few extra clients through there. And then work just started kind of compounding. And suddenly I didn't have 7-10 hours a week to be able to like shoot, edit episodes, do clips and stuff like that. And I didn't want to just do episodes for the sake of it, or like not be able to maintain the standard, which is probably like the wrong way to look at it. And I should have just been like...
No, I think that's good as well. Like it's hard to find the balance. That's what I'm always...
The balance is hard.
Quality and quantity is so hard. Like I'm such a perfectionist with videos and like my like editing, and I spend like rewatch the thing on CapCut, like change this little bit here, change like that bit goes on for too long, and then rewatch it, and then like, oh wait, no, change that back, like put the text to here, and like, oh, it's,
and then you put it out, gets 10 views, you're like,
what no, but like then a business person or like someone like other content creators, for example, would be like, no, post every single day, no matter what. Like you post every single.
It's like a quantity game, like
and then it's like,
that's what. There's a guy called Paulie Handsome from Handsome Scent. He does like he has a shop in town now, and he sells like different scents in like these little tubes. So it's like it's a quicker way. It's a quicker way of getting like subscription based scents sent out to you.
Oh, the Handsome Scent.
Handsome Scent. He posts fucking 15 times a day. Just on like, and it could be anything. It can be like little skits. It can just be him being like, there's no, some of it's just him. He just pops it up.
Filter,
I was thinking about this today, and just bangs it out, and he's just playing the quantity game. Like, and I think I'm in the same area as you, where I'm like, I want to post one video fucking, you know, if it takes me 10 days, but it's going to be like a banger. But like the reality is like, especially on TikTok, like it rewards consistency. So it's finding that balance between the two. When you were saying there, like, lads, it like the breathing, all this kind of stuff, breathing apparatus, all those bits kind of started as a fad, and now it's becoming more and more like factualized. Do you find that a lot when you're like interacting with people at like shows and stuff like that? You're like, I never really thought this was I kind of saw like, lads doing this.
It's still kind of like,
stigmatized.
We wear the things on now. So like some people like, it's like they like tap their friend, like,
what's this
point at you and be like what, and then they just like start giggling to themselves. It's all kind of like that. But yeah, most people, I think people are kind of, everyone kind of knows what it is now. So like people are kind of just being like, oh, that's for sleeping, blah blah blah. Like everyone kind of knows general gist of it, which is actually really cool. Like, or do you remember in like the early 2000s, like Robbie Fowler was wearing it, and the footballers were wearing it, and then it kind of like drifted away. I think it just like disappeared for like 10 years. And then like,
it's weird that like I saw like Alex Hormozy wears one all the time, all the time, and then like Sugar Sean O'Malley's an MMA fighter, and he consistently talks about like nasal breathing, or like when he's exercising, trying to nasal breathe as much as he can up until like he literally can't. He's so out of breath, he needs to go through his mouth. And I started trying to like consciously do that, whether I'm like sleeping, whether I'm exercising, is like trying to get like deep breaths through my nose instead. And the difference you feel, like I've been a mouth breather like for a long time, where I'd be like, if I start running, like it's always through my mouth. And even if I'm running now or anything like that, I'll wear one of the nasal strips just to really enhance like breathing through my nose as much as possible. And the difference is like, it's 100% noticeable for myself anyway. Probably because I struggle to breathe through my nose. Like I'd automatically go back to mouth breathing because I couldn't get deep breaths.
If you like stopped for like 2 or 3 days, you'd just be back to like I'm the same. Like anytime like I don't wear a mouth tape on my mouth, I wake up the next day, I'm like, what the hell? Like I did not sleep properly there. Or like I just feel like off. Like it's nuts how your body just wants to, or it's nuts how like used to mouth breathing we are as well. Like we used to never, I don't know if you know this, but like through evolution, we just started mouth breathing. Like we didn't used to only use the mouth for like chewing and talking and stuff. Kissing. And like and then all the other like mammals have like big noses and they nasal breathe and stuff. So it's kind of weird how we just started doing it wrong. And it's a whole like dental issue as well.
I was wondering about is there truth behind like if you're constantly breathing through your mouth, so like that, like the actual shape? Is that bollocks? Like
that was like before and after.
Load of bollocks.
But like it does make a little difference. Like like your jaw kind of just tends to,
your breath is horrible.
The breath smell of the breath is a big one as well. Like if you're sleeping with your mouth closed, taping your mouth, you don't have that like morning breath.
My mouth's lovely and like oral moisturized in the morning. Like when I rip it off, when I get through, because at the first few times I used it, I'd have a few, and that's why I'd get like wake up. Like because I was so used to taking like a breath through my mouth that I'd be like, what the fuck's going on? And now like you just slowly start getting into the flow of like, now I wake up and I'm like full night, it on, nasal strips on, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm getting, like you get used to it. And now it's become like I blow your phone up like when I'm like, man, I'm out of fucking naze.
Do you find during the day then you can breathe through your nose easier?
Then but if I take 4 or 5 days off, like when I was traveling there and I didn't have any, I'd go to bed, even when I'm like, I'm gonna start going to sleep. I'm like, fuck, how am I going to keep my mouth closed? Like duct tape my mouth closed and shit.
Yeah.
Did you, are you like, in terms of like your product line and stuff like that now, what kind of things do you have in the pipeline for Naze? Like, is there other things you have in your mind of like how you can grow the product line a bit?
Yeah, no, to be honest, we just kind of changed the sleep combo, made some minor changes. So for now, we're going to chill and just kind of stick to that. We've released a few kind of like side quests on sleep. The blue light blocking glasses and the
nice. I need to get a fucking set of those, man.
Yeah.
And my missus needs to get one as well because we're on our laptops like mad.
Yeah, no, they're like I sometimes
another
watch,
fad thing.
Yeah,
another fad thing that turns out to be valid.
Well, no, the 24-hour clock is really important. For like if your body and brain works in a 24-hour clock. So the more you keep the same wake up and sleep times, and like same 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of darkness, which the eye mask and the blue light glasses do.
That's circadian rhythm, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I read.
The circa, what is it? Yeah, I'm going to get this wrong. It's like circa something. Circa sun, is it? Yeah, like around the sun.
Yeah.
That's the 24-hour clock. But the blue light blocking glasses, they just kind of like shut off the light like half an hour or an hour.
It's the same way your phone does. It goes into amber mode or whatever that is.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, to be fair, the devices have kind of adapted. But I watch like Netflix for like half an hour sometimes in bed, like before going to sleep, just to help like wind down and actually get off the phone.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way I can actually like switch.
You addicted,
I can
like,
put down the phone and like, oh man, I'm addicted to my phone. Like, it's I'm so bad. Like I'm going in and out of like notifications. I don't like actually like doom scroll.
Yeah. No, you're checking shit. I'm the same.
I just check and like I don't reply to anyone. I don't I never reply. Like I just kind of like flick around here and there, like check the
numbers,
notifications,
check how content's doing,
check like Naze orders and like just flick and like don't just check without actually like acting on, like without like texting anyone back. Like everyone like keeps saying to me like, you'd never reply to
you're
me.
on your phone the whole time. Never
and I'm with them on their phone. Like I'd say like,
what are you doing on there?
Freak, like who's always on their phone. That's
do you need to like do you need to set some it's hard, like, because particularly for me, I have like obviously multiple clients I'm posting content for, so I'm constantly like doing a rotation of checking how that stuff is doing. And me and my missus go on a walk each evening now. We're making a conscious effort to like leave our phones at home.
Oh, that's
and man, it turns into fucking like the only time that I'm like, and then I come straight back in. I'm like, oh, it's just been an hour. How's the content doing? And I need to constantly be like, I'm working harder to kind of have a structure through my day where I'm like, okay, no more phone at this point, like, because otherwise I'll just be on it the whole time, like especially in bed, man. Jesus.
Yeah, do you know, like exercising I try and like target activities to do now where there's like no chance of a phone, like sauna.
Yeah.
You know, it was like 45
You'll find a way.
hour sauna sessions. I like do that. Get like, because I'm like not on my phone. I'm just in the sauna, in the ice bath, and in the sauna.
If you're training, are you flicking through?
Yeah, if I'm in the gym, yes, I'm always on my phone. But if I'm, what do I do where I'm not on my phone? There's some exercise I do. Boxing training. So that's I started doing that again recently because
hard
no phone.
Check your phone.
Like, someone's just like shout, like it's just like a team thing.
The class setup is great for that. Like that's the, like you do high rocks or like anything like that, any kind of class based stuff. There isn't really the opportunity to go and like have a flick. Whereas like if you're just training yourself, finish this out.
Yeah, or even like on a run. I need to get I'm still on like those wired headphones, so I have to bring my phone just to listen to music and stuff. So I want to get
you an AirPod set. Like that's a business expense at this point. Like
I know, yeah. Like I don't know why I haven't bought them yet, but so I have to bring my phone. So I'm just like kind of, I don't check it as much, but like every 15 minutes, just like. Well, because I'm on a slower run, like I can still like get away with looking down at the phone. Like.
And what's your setup in the business right now in terms of like business partners and like stuff like that?
So it's me, Owen, and Adam.
Yeah.
Owen joined about a month in. We all went to Temple Oak. We all went to the same school. But me and Adam were in the same year, and Owen was the year below. So about a month in, he just started like texting me, and like we went to the same gym. We go to the same gym, so we'd like be talking about Naze and like just about different things online in the gym, and then kind of like slowly, he just started like doing stuff for Naze, and I was like, okay, yeah.
If you want to come in,
and then it was like he was just slowly like incorporating, like, so now he's just like full like Naze. Like,
do you feel like that's a better way when you are going to start incorporating in like employees or whatever, that he obviously had a genuine interest at the start anyway?
Yeah.
No, it's obviously huge.
Passionate about it, and he loved. We all listened to the same podcast. Like we're all flat out listening to kind of like Alex Hormozy.
Everyone it's so funny. I was just having a mate over on Saturday, and he's like Alex Hormozy just put his $100 million ideas, like the whole book on Spotify. Like
I own sent that into the group chat the other day.
Okay, fucking unbelievable. Listen, but he had it's funny when you hear some people who'd be like, it's dangerous to go and start working with friends, and like, don't work with friends, don't work with family, bring in other people. But if you guys all have a similar like personality style, like business mindset? Like,
no, there has been a few times. Like, I would have been close with Adam. Like, we were friends years, like since school. Like, Owen is kind of more of a professional relationship. Yeah. But there has been a few times where we start arguing.
Yeah, man.
And like, it's like, would we be arguing like this if we weren't like friends? Like, or would we be kind of like slag each other as well? Like would normal partners be doing this? Or like, what is this just us because we've already like been friends? Because me and Adam are just used to like ripping each other out the whole time, like, because we're in the same friend group. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, no, it's overall an advantage, I think, like, because we have loyalty to each other. We have a good thing going. Like, when times are good, it's so fun going to events, and like so fun. Like, just like sometimes I like forget to like stop and think like, this is like the dream. Like, I have a business with two of my mates. Like, why am I stressing? Like, this is like the fucking, like, even like this morning, like I woke up and like my main piece of work today is to go on this podcast. Like, what the hell? Like, how is that?
You got to be grateful, man. And like that quote from The Office was, and he's like, I wish someone told you you're in the good old days, like while you're in the.
I know, like it's so hard to not think like short term, but like, if you kind of like just zone back, like how this is so much fun. Like, I'm so grateful for just like this is my daily life, like doing something I'm like so passionate about. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's all. I think we've kind of got a good balance going now. At the start, it was a bit. Work, like just non-stop.
I think that's the nature of it at the start. Like, particularly when you're starting something, is like, I swear to God, I'm not going to say another Alex Hormozy line after this, but when he's like, do so much volume, it's impossible for you to fail, or it's impractical for you to fail. Like, it's just like sometimes, especially at the start, to get it over the line. Like, it's interesting for you. What do you think was if you look back now at the whatever it's been period of years? What kind of moment did you have a moment where you were like, okay, I think this might have some traction? Was there something that happened there where you were like, this is kind of
with like starting a business?
Oh, just Naze in general. Like, is there a moment you look back on and like, for instance, if it was a football boot, like David Beckham wore the boot one day, and you're like, that could be a moment something clicked?
Oh yeah, we went super viral. Yeah. We went out of stock. Like, it was a bit like stressful. It was fun, like, it's like celebrating it at the start. We're out of stock, and then it got stressful after that. Like,
what was the video out of interest?
There was multiple. There was about
just kept going.
10 videos. Yeah, that went super. Like, I think like one of them was on 1 million on views on TikTok. Yeah, and there's a few like floating around like 200, 300k.
And so that you can, you 100% can see the value of like content when it starts going well. Like, the difference that can make in your business.
Yeah, no, it's so well. I've always kind of known the content game, so that's,
and the value it can bring.
Definitely. Just from doing it, I think like I was doing it as an influencer from that point of view. So now I'm kind of like the other side, like the business, trying to promote their product or whatever.
It's interesting because some people will, like, particularly when it comes into business, and obviously this is like the industry I'm in. Some people don't see the value that content can bring, and they're like, that's not really what we do or anything like that. And like, the reality is, any business you're in now needs to be doing content. It literally doesn't matter.
Crazy, yeah. Like every single, like some, like every.
Look
like
at the restaurants and bakery game now. Like, if you're in any of those kind of industries now, like if you have a good content game, that can blow up your business overnight. Like, if you make fucking good cinnamon rolls and you put a video together of you making one, you can have a queue of people outside the door the next day.
It's absolutely nuts how like snowball effect it is. Like,
is there any other Like, are you focusing on any other kind of media platforms in terms of promoting Naze, or is it like all social right now? And then obviously in-person stuff as well.
Yeah, now in person, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and then there's kind of the website. But no kind of targets. I kind of post on LinkedIn myself. Sometimes. Like,
it's great that you don't have to like. You don't. It's not fucking putting out in newspapers anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can build it all. Like, if you're organized with, you can build it all through your own.
I know, yeah, and anyone can do it. Anyone can do it with no funding as well. Like, you can just you just have to work. Like, if the thing we were saying about one video a day, like, if that's all you had to do every day, you can make a pretty good video every day.
Yeah.
And like, if that's you and your business, you can go very, very far with that.
And what's the goal for like 2025, 2026? Like, what kind of things do you have, like short-term goals you're trying to achieve this year and next year?
Yeah, I don't know. Literally just kind of taking it week by week. We're not, we're just literally working hard. That's the goal. It's just to work hard, like to put the energy in so that it's a guarantee. Like, it's 100% going to be the outcome we want. We're not going to settle for anything less. Like, just, that's all. We're just going to work hard, work.
What does success look like to you?
Good question. I don't know. Freedom with, I think Alex Hormozy. Let's do another one. He said, he said success. He said something along the lines of success is getting to spend the amount of time in the gym that I want to. Yeah. So like, some days you want to do a 2.5 hour workout, go for it. Some days you want to do an hour workout, go up. Like,
it comes back
success
to freedom,
is like that freedom to spend as long in the gym as you want to, which is actually kind of cool. It's so like simple, but like anyone who goes to the gym or like is a big gym lad will kind of be like, oh yeah, like some days you actually do want to spend.
Or sometimes it's clicking and you're like, you know, and it's exactly, it's the other, so when you go into the gym and you're like, fuck, I have to be at work at 10 or I have to be at work at 9. You're like, I have 45 minutes. That's all I have. But to have the freedom of being like, you know what, things are clicking right now. I'm in a good,
you have your energy. You drink, you have just the right amount of caffeine. You have the right pre-workout meal. You're just feeling it, and you want to do the assault bike at the end of workout sometimes, and just like the feeling of doing that, like hard, high heart rate intervals is unbelievable.
And in terms of like outside, like financially and stuff like that, do you want fucking kids and shit like that? Do you want a family and all that kind of shit?
Success is family as well. It is the ultimate goal is to be a family man, no matter what any other factors are. If you have a family and you have like a wife and kids, and you're just kind of like I think anyone who has had kids will tell you that you just wake up and your whole life is your kids. Like, that's your little project going now for the rest of your life. Like, that just sounds unbelievable. Like, you don't like I think it's something you don't really believe in until you have kids. Like, or you don't really like feel that like parent to child relate, because you're only like the recipient. I think you can look at it from the outside and be like, fucking this is a head wreck. Like, and then you get into it. Like, I've had my dad remarried and had my half sister, and even just from like a sister side point, I was like, fuck, because I was 20 odd so I got to like see it from the perspective of like not a kid and be like, all right, there's work involved, but also like all the reward you get from it as well. And like, since that, I'm like, fuck man, that's going to be great. But the reality is that if you can work hard now and put stuff in place so that you can actually be present for the child's life, rather than just grafting yourself to death just to like provide, you know what I mean? That's definitely in my mind. Like, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't.
Imagine trying to set up Naze and like you have a 2-year-old and like you're going through the starting process at that time. Like,
no man. On that note,
I have 3 kids.
No, on the the parent-child. Like, I think when you're a child, you're like, why is this parent like so obsessed with me? Like, why does he? Why is like, get away from me? Like, freak, or whatever. But then it's like, when you're the parent, it's like, oh, like this, like your top list of priority is just like them. Like, it's just like they're just like your little fucking.
It's funny,
golden ball. Like,
we have a chat. Or I've said this a few times in the podcast. Like, you kind of forget, or you won't realize till you're a parent. But then you're like, oh fuck, my parents are just like people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and you start being like, man, like, geez, the stress that you must have been under, like, whatever it was when you're like, I was like, I was a fucking prick to you when I was younger.
Yeah, oh man.
Because you kind of just put your parents on like I don't know, they're just like these fucking older people that are annoying the shit out of me. And then you're going to get to like 30.
It's kind of like teachers. It's like the same level as a little bit, like, because when you're like a person who's been like placed there to like just like tell you what to do.
And then you're like, oh, you're just fucking Greg who like goes to coppers at the weekend.
Yeah,
and, like
so
dealing with my shit on a Monday. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, my relationship with my dad has gotten a lot better. Like, just because we're seeing just kind of two men talking now. It's just like, you're just like, no.
You can just empathize with it a little bit more, like, because that was like me and my man now. Because when I was younger, I was like, fuck this fucking bitch, like, it's driving me mad. And like, she doesn't get it and all this shit. And then you get to like 30 and you're like, oh, you were my age when you had me. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, the fucking stress that must have been. And then obviously they got separated and stuff as well. I was like, man, that must have been a very stressful time for you. Yeah. And you just kind of, you can empathize with it a bit more. So.
Yeah, now I'm like seeing now, like, oh, like it's my role to take care of my mother.
I just had this conversation with my missus last night. Like, it's very interesting. But yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Yeah, no, my mom, like, my mom and dad separated as well. Like, so they, at the time, I was just like 15, 16, like, what
that's
the hell is
shit
going?
age,
Like, all I felt was just like so much like emotional, like anger and like rah, rah.
Oh yeah, I
didn't like even like talk to either of them as like eye to eye, but now I'm just like, oh, like used to her, like so cool. Or you used to like, it's like just a friendship. It's so.
And you would have had, you probably wouldn't have had like as good a relationship with either of them if they'd stayed together. You would have ended up representing.
I know, I think I just kind of saw them as one thing, or like one unit, like the two of them. Like, it's just like parents, and then but now it's kind of like actually like how they're like separate things. And it's like, oh, it's kind of cool in a way. Like,
divorce is great. No, there is, but there is like, when you're younger, I was 12, I think, and initially I was like, I was like, oh, my dad, how could you do this to my dad? That was the original time that I'd seen it. Because I was like, I presumed like my mum was the catalyst for it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't help but kind of lean one way or lean the other, especially as like a son. You're like, I need my dad around or whatever. And then you start to like, I get to know like my dad more, my mum more. I'm like, how the fuck was you lads thinking this was ever going to work? Like, it's so different in so many ways.
Yeah. Oh, it's mental. Like but like, you just don't see anything from that point of view. Like, you wonder like, what were you even like thinking as a kid? Like, what goes through a kid's head or like a teenager's head? Like,
I didn't appreciate the carefreeness of just like, you're
so like inexperienced. Like,
well, I was just saying this the other day. I was like, man, like, do you remember like summers of like, I have 3 months to do like whatever I want. And even like third year, fourth year, when you didn't have to get a job yet. And you was like, so I just get to kind of like laze around for like 3 months and kind of do whatever I like. And then suddenly you transition in, you're like, you get to like, I'm 30, like that's fucking crazy. I feel like I'm 19 still. Yeah. And then you get to like 30 and you're like, all right, this is real life. This is what it's like. So I'm blessed that like, we're both blessed. We get to do something that we're passionate about for work.
What do you wish you done, or what do you wish you could still do that you did when you were 19? Like, what, if you were to go back to being 19, what would you do?
I'd say that carefree feeling of like, when I was 19, I went interrailing with the lads that summer.
Nice.
And like, all we cared about was like, what can we do to have fun? Like for this month that we're traveling, it's all just like go out, party, try and get with girls. And like, it was just about, let's have the best time we possibly can. Yeah. Now, like if I went away with the lads, I'd be, shit, man, what about work? Like what am I going to do? Like I have to let my clients know I'm not going to be accessible. Like, which wouldn't be feasible to do that right now. Yeah. So like, but I'm happy to say, and like, you're probably the same. Like I did it all when I was younger. Like I fucking
just went left on the table, to like thinking about like, oh, I wish I did that. Like, I went all out. Like.
Yeah, I have all the regrets. I have like got way too fucked up way too many times, but like so many stories didn't like, you know, some people who like get super into like their sports when they're younger and kind of they see themselves a future as like whatever it is, hockey player, whatever it is. They don't really have a childhood because they're so focused on that and they don't quite make it and they get to 25 and they're like, fuck man, I really like didn't do any of the stuff. I didn't go on the 6-year holidays. I didn't go out with the lads at the weekend because I was always training. And then they just missed that period. I feel like that I would have been pissed. I was so lucky I was shit at so many sports. Like,
I wish I did give sports a better go.
Yeah, if you had the talent, fucking go for it.
I had a good thing going as a 13, 14.
With what?
With football, soccer.
Oh yeah.
And then I was always kind of like good at most sport. Like I'd be good at Gaelic, I'd be good
you.
at but like I could have if I wanted to. I think I just got distracted by that kind of popularity thing. I just wanted to be cool, wanted to be like seen on nights out and just be like in amongst the girls, or just being in that local area.
I feel like that's a story.
From my mindset for like 5 years was like be as cool as possible, or like be as popular as possible.
Yeah,
that was literally my number one goal for
social currency. Like
like just climbing the social ladder, and
then you get to you're like, oh, this doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
That's
or
funny.
Like, you're just chasing the wrong thing whatsoever. Like,
man, we're clocking up on 60 minutes here. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, no, thanks.
I'm
delighted I'm like famous enough to be on your
don't
podcast.
Even say
I was
that,
looking
man.
through
Jesus
the Instagram.
Christ.
Like, wow, this is like something like Get Better with Chris, Thomas Carty.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I Get Better with Chris as his first podcast before he was Get Better with Chris, or like 5K with Chris.
Oh, nice.
I got with him. He was in the gym in Rialto when I lived there. So I was like, and I saw some of his social stuff. But when he was small, jumped in at that. Aaron Rowe, who's like everywhere now, Electric Picnic and like Lewis Capaldi and all. I had Aaron Rowe in when he fucking 1,000 followers or whatever, just like starting his career. Got in on him. I think this is what jumpstarts people's careers. Like,
yeah, no, it's really, it's really cool though. It's like you have a good brand going. Like, it's,
thank you, bro.
You should really get back to it. Just do like regular.
I'm back on it, man. I'm back on it.
How regular are we talking?
It depends if I do solo ones or not, because I don't want to just get people in just to fill a spot, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to just get someone in just because I'm like, I need someone this week.
Yeah.
It's finding the balance between those two, because like the consistency side is so important, but also like I want people to be able to go through my catalog, and if someone was like, which one should I listen to? I'd be like, genuinely there's value in every single one. And I'm super passionate about each person that was on it. So you can listen to any of them. And right now my catalog, if that anyone flick through it, I'd be like, honestly, there's good shit in each one.
Yeah, no, it's the cool about the solo thing. It's good when you like chop up clips of you talking and you sharing your, like, that's, give yourself as much personality as possible from AirPod. That's really cool.
I probably fell
that's
off
like
of that
that's
a little
your
bit.
unique selling point is your personality.
Thank you.
For like the AirPod business.
I wanted to be a TV presenter. I wanted to be like Graham Norton or like Ryan Tuberty or something. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's mad. I thought that was the coolest thing when I was younger. I'd be like, imagine having like a TV show that people were like, I think it was my mum loved like Pat Kenny and like shit like that, and she was like, that was like, who was the other bloke? Gay Byrne, who was the guy before Ryan Tuberty?
Loads of them, yeah. And they were kind of like,
they were like celebrities.
They were so mommy and daddy celebrities,
And then but that's all changed now, and now it's like my favorite people are podcasters. So like the mediums have changed. I hate TV.
Yeah,
like,
I find it so hard. Like, you're good at doing it, but you know, keeping the same, or like keeping your voice talking. If I'm like,
I can waffle for days.
Show, like, it's that, you know, those like filler words where you kind of just like, and you change the sound of voice and you go into the next sentence. I'm so bad at that. Like, I'm just.
If you watch my my early ones I used to do myself, unwatchably, I thought I was hilarious. Like, actually, I was tempted to take them down, and I was like, it's actually too hilarious. I got to leave them up there.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You get better at it. Like, you should have the like fucking Deep Breath podcast, like with Naze.
I know. Yeah, I've a lot of plans in the works. A lot of like semi plans. I'm just not sure which to act on yet. One
thing I'd love to see more from you guys, or a kind of content that I love, is like the like behind the brand kind of stuff. It's so powerful, like, and like building that like brand identity and people getting to know like the people behind the product is
that
so
was kind of
like,
my fault because I didn't keep that up.
It's hard to fucking prioritize all these different things when you're trying to teach people about product and all the kind of things.
Yeah, like, I was literally just all emails and DMs and WhatsApps and everything. Like, I just had to stop doing videos for a little bit, but now it's back, so that behind the scenes.
That's why podcast is so good, because you can just sit down and be like, hey guys, we want to talk about the first 3 months of Naze and the stories behind that, and then you can chop that all up into like 10 different clips.
So I'd say it's a gold mine for content. Like, just any sort of 30-second bit where you're talking about stuff, even for yourself. And definitely.
just you can, and because you can do it by topic like that, like 1 hour of sitting down chatting can turn into like your content for the next 3 months. Like, if you wanted to.
Like,
but yeah, I'd love to see, because like you're gonna start growing and growing. Like, you may end up having like offices and things like that. Like, it'd be great to have in reserve. Like, where are you working out right now? Just out of your gaff?
At my house, yeah.
Yeah. So like that transition, like when we had Kieran O'Connor on, he documented everything from like the start of Soul Food, like the whole way through to, so he has footage of him like making orders in his mum's kitchen all the way through to like working in the Bewley Hotel, like warehouses making stuff.
Yeah.
So people are like, he brought them along the whole way. And he says, he's like, I think I was one of the first people to do founder content like 8 years ago. And now everyone in the MA does it.
Yeah, no, I did. I have documented everything.
Yeah.
I've taken the videos.
That's key.
Very soon. Like, I knew somewhere down the line I'd be throwing them in. So now
we're going to be so rich. Yeah. No, that's beast, man. Unreal.
That's the plan.
Unreal, man. Look, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
No, thanks again for having me.
I kind of, one thing that like people do on podcasts that I don't understand why they don't do more is like have people back in again. And like, that's what I'm trying to do. Like I had Ev Wild back like a year and a half on to kind of talk about all the things he said he was going to do and then like see how that's progressing. And like, I'd much rather have a series of content with people and have them in like 3 or 4 times and get to like expand on points rather than, because sometimes you get people on podcasts, you're like, that was a fucking sick conversation and now I'm never going to hear them on a podcast again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what Joe Rogan does with his regulars, like, you know, Duncan Trussell.
Yeah, protect our parks or whatever it is.
It's good, kind of like listening to the same people. But yeah, you should.
Yeah, we'll build it up and maybe we'll have the whole team in next time. I need to figure out if I can get, because I have more mics, I could do like a couch set up there, like 2 people on the couch.
Yeah, no, Owen and Adam are one place emailed us asking for, it was the first time someone hadn't just reached out to me to ask me. It's like, wait, Owen and Adam are like,
we want the team in.
They're getting some,
they were delighted. Yeah,
fame and recognition for this. What the hell?
They're like, that's the plan, boys. But yeah, best luck, bro. I'm fucking buying a set of blue light glasses for me and my missus. Like, cause
I have them.
I'm with you.
I have the whole product range.
I have cash, man. Because that, like, particularly her, like, she's always like, my eyes are sore at the end of the day. I'm like, yeah, you've just been eyeballing a screen for 10 hours, like, just deep into it. Like, it's not a fad, people. It's not a fad. But yeah,
thanks, Sam.
Cheers, my brother. Thank you for coming. Talk to you later, folks. Fucking
bye.
Like and subscribe and all that shit. You're gonna see 40 clips coming out of this episode, so enjoy that. Yep. All right, peace.